a good many of us do not have a clear picture of what the CIA does. I think many of us believe it is an intelligence gathering agency, that it gets information, that information becomes intelligence, and then it passes it on to key areas in the government. Is that an accurate impression?
No, it isn't. It's my view, and it's supportable by all the evidence we see in the Church Committee report, the Pike Committee report, and other collateral information. The CIA is not an intelligence agency. It's a covert action agency. Covert action being overthrowing or supporting foreign governments. Another part of covert action is disinformation. And the American people, in my estimation, are the primary target audience of the agency's disinformation operation. And I view Vietnam, the entire Vietnam War, was brought to us and sold to us by agency disinformation operations. When I say us, I mean the American people.
Well, that had to be done, of course, through the press.
Yes.
How else would one reach the American public? Well, how does the CIA develop its relationship with the press?
Well, it happens on many levels in many different ways. It could be a director of agency contact with the publisher, or it could be a lower level agency employee with a lower level person, or managing editor, say. Or it could be hiring agency people, and placing them in the news organization. Or it could be giving information to a reporter and winning his goodwill. It could be just a friendship sort of basis. It sort of covers the skein of relationships that you can have, in any social situation.
This relationship demands participation on the part of the press, though, does it not?
Oh, of course.
Well, how does it participate?
It can participate in many ways. It can publish articles that the agency wants published.
Knowingly publish it because the CIA wants it done, or unknowingly?
Yes. Well, both. Unknowingly most of the time, I would guess. And sometimes the information is passed to a reporter as valid information, a good scoop, if you will, when it's just planted propaganda. So the agency uses the press in numerous ways to achieve its, what I call, illusion building properties.
When you were
all right, hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, GMS Charlotte, back at you with another live lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemal Shah. Before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Hashem, double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who taught us this truth. Double salutations to all you Akim out there labor in the house of David, the elect, that's pushing this word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you, brothers. All right, we want to do a lesson. All right, the spirit has this continue to come up. All right, but the title of this show is Remain, Salakia Warning, Remain Circumspect, Enchantments, Distraction, Psyops. All right, so as we see this going on right now, this devil Esau is going full speed, man. All right, there's a lot of shit that's happening. I went into some lessons earlier, going into the train derailment that happened in East Palestine, Ohio, which is going to affect over 30 million people. As the article that was brought out, it said that 5 million plus access to drinking water is going to be affected by these chemicals, man. All right, so it's put out there already that this is the worst disaster in U.S. history, which is not really being talked about like it should be talked about, man. So we understand in the spirit that this shit is about to get real, man. All right. So you have to take heed of the times, be circumspect because the days are evil. You brothers can jump into whatever you brothers got.
I'll start with a quick precept to add to you right quick. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And that's the times that we're in right now. All right, we're seeing the prophecies unfold before us, right? And we understand that this devil, pursuant to Revelations 12:12, is coming down with great wrath, okay? Because he knows that he has but a short time, and to be able to usher in his NWO agenda, he has to cause chaos. He has to bring forth enchantments, distractions, and psyops to create and stir up chaotic behavior amongst society.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Them enchantments, we've been seeing a lot of deep fake technology lately. We were talking about that earlier, man.
Yep.
Hey, these deep fakes are looking real as hell. All right. It's hard to tell, what's real and what's fake, but this is all part of the CIA operation. What did you say about this, to the point where they want to make sure that the American public doesn't believe anything?
Right. He said that disinformation is geared toward the Americans, right? Because the individual that was speaking, right, he was a former CIA officer by the name of Ralph McGee, right? And he pretty much was just going into how the agency, the CIA, deceived the country during the Vietnam War. All right. Now, fast forward almost 50 years later, you look at the time that we're in right now with Ukraine, you look at the times and seasons that we're in, because he made mention of overthrowing governments, right? Or trying to pretty much do like coups, right? We can liken that to the nation of Yashar Ali being established, trying to overthrow the establishment of Israel primarily. And as the brother Tazamak has said, we see these things giving way to persecution. Now, Tazamak, you can speak on the persecution, but I wanted to get that definition for disinformation. When you look up the word disinformation, it says deliberately misleading information announced publicly or leaked by a government or especially by an intelligence agency in order to influence public opinion or the government in another nation, right? And that's what these devils are promoting, disinformation. You speak, Tazma.
And that's beautiful, because when you look into the word government, it means it literally breaks down to mind control, and that's what the government is doing with the masses of the people. They don't really see the enchantments that's pushed onto them. I got a real quick precept. This is Numbers chapter 23, verse 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. And that's speaking on the elect of the nation of Israel, because we can see through the bullshit. Like as we go in always Isaiah 60:2, that prophecy speaks for itself. For these people in that strong darkness, that's Esau pushing heavy disinformation on these people for generation to generation, man. And for us to come out of that, that's the Lord taking that enchantment off of us, man. Because like you said, he been pushing this misinformation over 50 years, really longer than that. And that's just concerning like the BME war. So these other wars, as far as Afghanistan, Iraq, all these going and invading all these other countries, he's always used his media outlet to send forth these enchantments on the masses of people to sway them to believe it, man. Just like he's doing right now. Just like the elder went into it. You got rivers that's got toxic chemicals inside of them, and majority of the masses of people don't even know what's that even taking place. All they're worried about is what the government is trying to shove down their throat, as far as this balloon and aerial phenomenon that's going on, man. Just shove that down their throat, not knowing that your whole damn water system is getting poisoned, man. They're literally causing a siege right now on the American people, man.
Yeah,
for real.
And the water supply is said 30 million people are going to be affected. Basically, the water supply on the East Coast is about to be affected. That's why I said earlier, watch, as your brothers are saying too, watch how they start to hike up water bottle prices.
Yep.
Watch how they go into how the water is tainted, shit like that. We're getting ready to start see that shit, man. Because this derailment that happened in East Palestine, Ohio, is a big fucking deal, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is no joke. And even the smoke that came up from the trains is going to get caught up in the atmosphere, and it's going to be raining, acid rain.
Damn.
Okay, so that's going to affect the farms. That's going to affect the animals, which are dying. It's going to make more people sick. Right? So, this is the judgment of the Lord.
But that's why we titled the video to remain circumspect, because you see hardly any media coverage regarding this matter. Right. And this is a big issue.
God.
Mm-hmm.
A quick scripture.
Can I bring it? You got something, bro?
Go ahead. You go first.
Right. This Isaiah chapter 19 and verse I start at verse 4 and read down. Isaiah 19 and 4. And the Egyptians will I give over into a hand of a cruel lord and fierce king. He shall rule over them, said the Lord and the Lord of hosts. And this is what you're seeing with this damn devil, man. Esau, he don't give a damn about his people. I was watching a video earlier when Apostle Gabar was speaking on Aaron Russo, and the elite was damn saying, no, fuck, basically saying, fuck them people, man. Worry about yourself. This is Esau, the Amalek, man. And it says, and the rivers shall fail from the sea, it says, and the water shall fail from the sea, and the rivers shall waste and dry up. The Lord is drying up the rivers. The people forgetting about what happened in the Mississippi River. That's not even been talked about anymore. You see how Esau do? Mississippi River been drying up for some months now. Nobody's talking about that. And then he said, and they shall turn their rivers far away, and the brooks of the defense shall be empty and dried up, and the reeds figs shall wither. So gradually he's drying up these damn rivers in a spiritual sense. So you can't even drink the shit. It's gonna be poison. It's gonna be polluted, man. You won't even be able to go. You won't even be able to get water because all the water that they're getting for Dasani, all these places, they basically get it from the same companies, man. And all that shit is gonna be probably poison. Best believe, Cap, it's probably they're not really telling people. We probably got to do some research. I'm pretty sure it's probably one of these places where they make water bottles and shit not too far from them places too.
Oh yeah.
So
all those reservoirs.
This nigga's a demon, dog.
This guy, this damn devil's, he's the wicked. I got something real quick. This is Psalms 52 and verse 1, and it reads, it says, why boastest thou thyself in mischief, O mighty man? The goodness of God can endure continually. Verse 2, Psalms 52 and 2, it says, thy tongue deviseth mischiefs like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. All right. And it says in my sword here, plans of destruction. Okay. And this is the devil because, hey, really the derailment of the trains and all of that that's going on. This is all his plans of destruction. Because what is he doing? He's destroying the food supply.
Yeah,
he's destroying the food and water supply. All right, he's literally starving the people out. As you read the scripture, the Lord, he said he was going to give the people over to into the hands of a cruel Lord. All right, and the Lord is using Yahweh Shema Shai is using the elites to squeeze the society, man. All right, to squeeze people out. There's going to be a lot of death coming soon, man.
And that's heavy because people not realizing. He's been using these weather machines. Like the weather been all jacked up, man. Damn, people still recovering from fucking New York Buffalo. The disaster that took up there. Then you had like a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, the floods in California, fucking up all the crops and things out there. He's literally desolating this place in different varieties of ways, man. And the Lord giving the hand over to him to do this thing, man.
That's it. I'm gonna read a little bit more. It says, Psalms 52 verse 2 again, it says, thy tongue devises mischiefs like a sharp razor, working deceitfully. It says, thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than speak righteousness, Salah. And then what's heavy too, it's been reports of news reporters that was reporting on the derailment that happened in East Palestine and Ohio, and they were arrested, showing you that this shit was intentionally done. Okay, because why are news reporters being arrested for reporting on something detrimental as this? Okay, this is the damn devil, man. Reading on Psalms 52 and 4. Thou lovest all devouring words, O thou deceitful tongue. God shall likewise destroy thee forever. He shall take thee away and pluck thee out of thy dwelling place, and root thee out of the land of the living. Because, hey, we're coming into the time where this place, Babylon the Great, America, is going to be destroyed. So Esau's going full throttle. This nigga going hard right now, man.
Yeah.
Right? He's going hard with the distractions, the enchantments, the psyops. All right. You even, like we talked about earlier, you got agents and hirelings, all right, that are mangling the scriptures concerning the charagma, sowing confusion, right? This is all being, this is Esau pushing all of this shit, man, because we at the end of his kingdom, right? One more. It says, verse 6, Psalms 52 and 6, it says, the righteous also shall see in fear and shall laugh at him. It says, lo, this is the man it says, Salaki, Psalms 52:7, lo, this is the man that made not God his strength, but trusted in the abundance of his riches and strengthened himself in his wickedness. You see? So at the end of it all, this nigga ain't gonna win, man, no matter what he does. Yeah, right? But the point that we want to get to the believers in Yahweh Hashem Shah out there is you gotta remain circumspect, man. Okay? Hey, the times that are coming are evil, man. Okay, so you got to keep your head on the swivel. Okay, this devil's going all out, right?
Right, because as the elder has said, man, you got to keep your head on the swivel. Because as Tazamak and elder have been speaking, right, it may not hit you and impact you right now at this very moment, but these things are going to impact you as we progress through, the months going down the line.
Right.
That's right. And that's exactly what this devil does. See, he likes to lull people to sleep. And then when he got you caught off guard, that's when he gonna come with the shit.
God.
But the scriptures say what? We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11, right?
Yep.
One of his devices is his enchantments, his psyops, his distractions. This devil, this former CIA officer has told you that the agency has directly impacted the Americans' minds by providing disinformation through the media and various platforms as such,
Mm-hmm.
But we're not ignorant of these devices. We're not ignorant of these things through the spirit, man.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read this real quick and I'll pass it back. All right, just another article going into this derailment. So it says, the title here, it says basically nuke the town, and that's what happened in East Palestine, Ohio. That town was basically nuked with toxic chemicals, man, that are in the rivers now. All right. It said it leaked down to the Mississippi River. It's down in the rivers of West Virginia. It's going to leak all over the East Coast. So it says basically nuke the town. EPA identifies 3 more dangerous chemicals on train that derailed in Ohio. It says the chemicals are ethylene glycol, I can't even pronounce it. Monobutyl. It says ether. I can't even pronounce that word. As you can see, you can read it for yourself, but it says
biology degree.
Right, exactly. It says the agency has already identified vinyl chloride. Now let's read down a little bit. Okay. And remember, this smoke, as I said earlier, this smoke that's going up in the atmosphere is going to come down in the rain. Right. And animals and fish are already dying by the thousands. Right.
Add to that point that you were saying before, kind of the vinyl chloride that's leaking out of this train, it turns into hydrogen chloride. When it hits the air, it starts to evaporate. So to speed that process up, they set it on fire so that it can get into the atmosphere faster, and then it bonds to the water in the air and turns into hydrochloric acid, going into the acid rain that the elder had mentioned.
Right. That shit is crazy, man. Come on. It's wicked. And this man, when the scriptures say this man's heart is deep, it's just that. But it says the EPA identified 3 more dangerous chemicals on the train that derailed in East Palestine, Ohio. And then it lists the chemicals. Let's jump down a little bit. All right, I'm just going to read a paragraph and pass it back because we went through this earlier. But it says, let's jump down. It says, go up a little bit right there. I'm going to read that. It says Norfolk Southern said 20 of the more than 100 cars were classified as carrying hazardous materials defined as cargo that could pose any kind of danger, including flammables, combustibles, or environmental risk, Graham said. 14 cars carrying vinyl chloride were involved in the derailment and have been exposed to fire, and at least one is intermittently releasing the contents of the car through a pressure release device as designed. It says the residents evacuated but could return after the authorities burned the vinyl chloride in a controlled burn. Authorities tried to convince people that the air was safe because, hey, that's bullshit. The air is done. The water is done. All right. Expect more sicknesses. Expect more animals and people getting sick and dying, man. All right. Like I said, this is the worst disaster in U.S. history that just took place, man. And this is the ultimate judgment of Yahweh Shai, man.
If I may say,
go ahead.
They're comparing this to what happened in Chernobyl when those nuclear reactors went down. And that land, is uninhabitable, man. It's barren. So that's that. We're in the infancy of what the potential effects of this whole situation are, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we're seeing various things going on across the country that mirror this same incident. Man.
Come on, man. This shit is no joke, man. All right. That's pretty much the point, man. All right.
Can I read something real quick?
Yeah, you got it, bro.
This is off blacklistednews.com, and basically, like the brother said, man, going into these distractions, and with the distractions, people are not paying attention to current events like that. It says, distraction, divide and conquer, the painful truth about the state of our union. And when you go down, it's going to give you these various psyops that they're using right now. It says the foreign interest of buying up our farmland and holding our national debt. Is that not taking place with the boy BG? It says the corporate and the government censorship have created digital dictators, and it gives you a hint. It says Twitter files reveal links which the FBI has gone to monitor and censor social media content. The government has been colliding with tech sectors for some time. Did we not just see the video on that yesterday, bro? When she was calling her out. So all these things with the distractions for our Super Bowl and Rihanna baby bump and all these bullshit ass holidays, all these various things are happening behind the scenes, and these people don't even see it, man. The government is straight up playing these damn people. And I'm gonna read two more. It says middle and lower income Americans are barely keeping up. Rising costs in housing, food, gas, and other necessities. It says real quick, I'm gonna jump down to this one because your brother said it said deep fakes and AI and virtual reality are blurring the line between reality and a computer generate illusions. So they playing these people, man. These people don't know what's real, man. These people don't know what's real. They don't know what's as far as even with when it came to that Ukrainian war, man. You had deep fakes where it looked like he was over there in the battlefield. This nigga was behind a green screen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They been doing that, man. They did it with when they did it the first time when they took down what was it? Hussein bin Laden, the bin Laden guy. Barack, they came and admitted that Barack, it looked like Barack did a press conference, but he was behind a green screen the whole time, man. They use a deep fake. So they're gonna continue to use these deep fakes. And we already know what they really want to use. They're gonna try to probably really use it on us.
Of course.
So they can justify his wickedness, man. As you go on Revelation 12 and 10, the accuser of thy brother. So that's really what he's doing. But all these things is happening. You have to be circumspect concerning the times that you're living in, man. We're living in heavy judgment, man. Everything that we've been praying for is being manifest right before our eyes, man.
That's right. You got that.
Get that Ephesians. God. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 5, and verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
All right, this is what we're imploring. We're imploring the body to take heed to these things, man.
Mm-hmm.
To be circumspect. All right, to not be foolish as the rest of this world is,
Right.
Caught up in, as Tazamak was saying, the baby bump, Rihanna. Oh my gosh, look at Rihanna, she's pregnant. Oh man, that last play of the Super Bowl, I can't believe they let that shit go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They caught up into all this madness. But here it is, you got things that are on a higher level of importance, but they don't consider it. That's why the scriptures say what? Folly is set in great dignity.
Right.
And now here it is, all of these things are gonna affect you over time, but people aren't taking heed to it.
Nope.
Nope.
They're caught up in all the foolishness.
I got the definition for circumspect. It says, careful to consider all circumstances and possible consequences, prudent.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to be, even more in these times to come, man. Understand that you got to be careful of what you're allowing to sway your opinions, man. What you're allowing into your spirit, because everything that's out here outside of this truth is designed to distract you, man. It's designed to pull you away. And to divert your focus elsewhere, man.
That's right.
I got a quick precept for you, bro. Sirach 5 and 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small.
That's right.
Matter or a small, man. And we're seeing You know, great matters are at hand, man. World War III, the MOTB, the coming plagues and pestilences, man. But the majority of people that brothers is going into, man, are ignorant of all these things, man. They have no idea what's coming down the pipeline, man.
Even those that consider to call themselves Israelites, you know, you got these dudes that are part of these various other Israelite groups, and they don't understand the concepts of the prophecies, man. You know, and that is of a dire importance to understand the things that were written in these scriptures, so that you have the foresight, so that you're aware of these things before they come down the pipe. Because, as the elder had made mention, you got a lot of these groups, you got agents among them.
That's right.
You know, even amongst Great Millstone. You know, but we know that the truth is coming out of Great Millstone and the men that teach the sound doctrine.
Yep.
All right. And that can't be stopped. The scripture says nothing you could do against the truth before the truth.
That's right.
But ultimately, we're circumspect and aware of all of these things. We're not ignorant. You know, if these things be true, it's not gonna catch us off guard. We're aware of this.
Right.
You know.
Hey, that's the point of remaining watchful. All right. We stand upon the watchtower to warn the flock, man. All right. Hey, matter of fact, read that again now. That Ephesians 5 and 15.
It's Ephesians 5 and 15. Ephesians 5 and 15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Yeah, this is the time that you got to be operating with prudence.
That's right.
Right, with wisdom. Okay, see what's happening. Look how this devil is destroying America, destroying the world, destroying the food supply, man, the water supply. Okay, he's taking away your so-called civil liberties, man.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, they're getting ready to shut all this shit down, man. Go ahead.
Continuing on, it reads, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
You see that? Redeeming the time because the days are evil. The days that are approaching, that the times that we're in right now are evil, bad times, man. Hey, imagine what's going to happen when people are no longer able to use paper dollars. When they crash the economy, imagine what's going to happen when people can't go to the grocery store and buy food and water. All right.
The scriptures tell us, you know, in Luke 21 and 25, it says that they're going to have great perplexity.
Yep.
You know? That word perplexity, it goes into to be without resources, to be wanting, you know, to be uncertain. You know, that's going to be the minds of these people, because all they have known is Esau. Esau's bubble that they've existed in is getting popped. You know. Yeah,
we are in the midst of an orchestrated collapse. All right, if you can't tell already, I got a precept. Quick precept. All right, just to add on to that, Ephesians 5 and 15. This is Zephaniah chapter 2 and verses 1 through 3, and it reads, it says, gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. And Israel is the nation not desired. All right. Verse 2. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai come upon you, before the day of the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai's anger come upon you. All right. Verse 3. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, all you meek of the earth, which have wrought his judgment. Seek righteousness, seek meekness. It may be ye shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. You see that? And that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting to be hid in the time where this shit blows up, man. When this shit really hits the fan like it's going to hit the fan, man. Because people are clueless right now, man. That's why we're exhorting the true believers in Yahweh Shema Shai out there to stay circumspect, man. All right. This shit could pop off literally at any day. You see what's happening.
Yep.
These train derailments with these hazardous toxic chemicals, this is serious, man. Animals are dying. People are getting sick.
Yep.
Mid-February already. Right? Look how this year is taking off, man. 2023 is the hopeful year that all these prophecies come to pass. All right. Hey, the spirit is moving, Jake.
Con. I got two of them real quick. Hey, the Capital, you didn't bring out that Isaiah 47 already, did you?
Nah.
Okay, I'm gonna read that. Then I'm gonna get the Revelation. Hey, Quanah Walk, can you give me Revelation 18 and verse verse 8. I'm gonna read this real quick. This Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 8. It says, therefore hear now this, thou that art given unto pleasures, like the brother Atazwan was saying. And that's here in America, because Jake is so comfortable. He's caught off guard, man. Everything in the society keeps you comfortable, keep you in a state of complacency where you don't want to hear what's really going on. You feel like your government is gonna aid and get it situated and things like that. So you're not paying attention. It's Isaiah 47 and 8. It says, therefore hear now this, that are given unto pleasures, that dwells carelessly, that says in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. And that's the attitude that America pushes onto the people and to Jake. Jake feel like they're untouchable because they live here in America. Like you can't tell them nothing. Jake are black Edomites, man. They're very prideful. They think they know it all. So they got that same spirit of carelessness, not knowing that everything around you has been orchestrated for a collapse. Man. And it says, I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment. And one day, the loss of children, widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in perfection, for the multitudes of thy sorcery and for the great abundance of thy enchantments. And that's what's coming to America. All these things you're seeing taking place, the Lord is behind it. The Lord is orchestrating. The Lord is playing on the minds of these damn kings and these governors and these people to fall into his ultimate trap, which is leading to the destruction of America. And it says, verse 10, for thou hast trusted in wickedness, and thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge and have perverted thee. And thou hast said in thy heart, I am and none else beside me. So that's the mindset that the Negro Latino American has, and they get it from their daddy Esau. That's why we go and say, ye are your father the devil, and the lust of your father you should do. This is why Jake don't care. Jake feel like, oh man, they good, we're comfortable. But nah, these plagues are gonna start to increase, and they're not gonna stop. They're gonna get worse and worse every week. And we've been saying it, every week is something. Every week is something big. Something big. Now that is major. That's a major event. But people don't understand this so-called era phenomenon. You best believe this nigga got something planned behind this shit.
Come on, man.
You best believe
it, man. Yeah. You know, this nigga talking about he's shooting chariots out the skies, all this bullshit, man. It's like, come on, man. When as soon as we started hearing this stuff, we like, look, this devil about to do something crazy.
He about to do something. He about to do something crazy.
Right.
He about to do something.
And these derailments and these train derailments is part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? 30 million people about to be affected behind the chemicals that's leaked into the water.
And that's gonna lead to what? Concentration camps. They're gonna have to relocate, right? They're gonna have to. He's gonna have to relocate some of these people. So they're gonna have to call in what? A national emergency, Capo. They're gonna have to declare a national emergency, and they got to relocate some of these people. And you best believe when he start doing this, things gonna start moving fast, because it makes perfect sense. He relocated a nice bit of people in the towns in the various areas. And now at the same time, while he's relocating them, you got the CBDC, you got the new currencies being implemented. And it's a perfect time where gradually he'll start pushing that out into these camps where he got these people stationed. Because why? They don't have a lack of supplies. They don't have no water. Just like in the time of Buffalo and all these places in Florida, what Florida got hit with them hurricanes, they was relocating them people, man. Who knows the real who's going behind the scenes? But now something big like that, yeah, they're going to call in the National Guard. It's gonna be watched. It's gonna get bad.
Call it FEMA and all that.
FEMA, yeah, FEMA, because it's under the national when they declare a national emergency. So they're gonna call it FEMA in. Can you grab that precept for me, bro? And I pass it back.
Go ahead.
This Revelation 18 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Or shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her.
And this is all through the Lord, man, as we've been going into. This is why you have to be circumspect and understand the Lord is behind all this. The Lord is the one setting up this all these plagues. Yes, like the priest, hey, Shalom priest, I'm one. Like these plagues, like even with Project Bluebeam, these people are gonna get caught the hell off guard, really thinking it's a so-called alien invasion, but Esau's behind it. All these various distractions are the Lord plaguing this place. And what is it doing? It's putting these people in a state of confusion. This is why the famine of the word is going to be so precious, man. Because all these various things taking place, but people want to know why. They're going to want to know why. Why is this happening? We've been telling you the whole time, man. The whole time. Me and the Lord been on the highways and hedges, warning you. Thy eyes shall see thy teachers. Apostles and elders been going in on this for years, man. How this devil's going to shut this place down. Now, at the end it shall speak and not lie.
I got a precept on that. Everything you just said summed up in this precept right here. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 12, and it reads, it says, for men also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in the evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in the evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them. See that? So all that you just explained, man, it's going to fall suddenly upon these people. Hey, people are dying suddenly.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, it's heart attack city out this bitch.
Hey, it's cardiac arrest out here, man.
Come on, man. You know, and that's another thing that's coming out. Like now people are starting to catch on. It's being talked about, like the video we shared last night. It's being talked about in Congress on these panels now. All right, these people that took it, you know, that's suffering from you know, conditions and shit like that. Now it's really starting to get out there, man. So this shit is about to cause an uproar. So all that's playing into the plaguing of the society and the eventual collapse of it. All right. The timing is perfect right now, man.
It's beautiful.
You know?
And hey, what's around the corner? The Passover.
Heavy.
Beautiful.
Heavy times, man.
Yeah. We praying the Lord cover us, man. Because that's what we need. And it's beautiful because the Passover is really within a couple weeks. And we're praying that the Lord, hey, he has that blood of Yahweh Shah on our spiritual doorpost, because man, it's about to get bad out here, man. Ezekiel 9:4 is about to be in full effect.
I got another precept. I got any more precepts? I got another one. Real quick, just to add on to what Tazamak said. All right, this is Psalms 91 and verse 4, and it reads, it says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, all right, which is the chariots. Under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler, all right? That's why it tells you in Ephesians 6 and 10 on down to put on the whole armor of Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, all right? His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Verse 5, thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day, all right, which is those missiles. Verse 6, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, you see, because this place is being plagued, all right, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. You see that? And it's spiritual because we 90 seconds away from midnight. According to the nuclear scientists, or whatever they call the nuclear atomic scientists. Right? Because noonday is really the height of Esau's power structure, if you will. Right? The highest point. Because at that point, that's what he's going to feel like he's going to be able to initiate fully his new world order. All right. And that's when destruction is going to waste them away. Right? It says, verse 7, it says, like you said, the Pesach is right around the corner. Psalm 91:7, it says, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh unto thee. Right? So the Lord willing, if we part of the elect, the Lord is going to pass over us, man. He's going to preserve us from the pestilence and ultimately from the destruction. All right? So, hey, man, we pray that we have that covered.
That's right. Hey, any brother got a precept?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish out this Ephesians real quick.
Start
at 15, Ephesians 5:15. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
Right? Understand. You gotta go.
Hey, we understand what the will of Yahweh Shai is, man. He's coming to bring destruction to this place, man. He's coming to bring mass death and great confusion, you know. And we're praying, as the brothers and the elder have been getting into, man, you know, that we have that hedge, you know, that we're protected in these times to come. You know, that's that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding being that stability, you know, that guiding light to our feet
in these times of darkness, man.
That's right. Heavy times, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell them, Mike, you got something?
I think it passed. It passed.
Okay. I got something right quick. 1 Thessalonians 5:1.
Yep.
But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're well aware of the times and seasons. Why? Because we're measuring the times. So as I said, we're on that watchtower, watching and looking for the tokens to come to pass. Verse 3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child,
man,
and they shall not escape. See, here it is. We're 3 years removed from the start of the pandemic. And that's all these people have been seeking after.
Mm-hmm.
Normality. This is your normality now.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but random shootings, uncoincidental derailments of trains.
Yep.
That's affecting your livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
Hyperinflation beating the shit out of you. It's just all around the Melvin choke.
Right.
Yep. just choking Jody out.
Chokehold.
Put him in that damn chokehold. You trying to get him off. Nah, this devil ain't finna get off of you, man.
Go ahead.
You said you as a woman that travail with child, you're not gonna escape.
That's it.
You're gonna have to go through them pains, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because you choosing to go up another way, you thinking that you're gonna be able to exist in Esau society. And you leaning into him for peace and safety instead of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai.
Yep.
This is what's gonna befall you.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief, right? Because we have that light. As Brother Kwanuaf has said, man, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai being that guide to our feet. The word, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's going to serve as the stability of our times, even right now.
That's right.
We're not bugging the fuck out. We're not in a spirit of the rest of the world. The spirit has separated us from this world, so we think different.
Right.
We see different.
Yeah.
And we hear different. We have that spiritual eyesight.
Yeah.
We're not in that darkness. We're not in the gross darkness like the rest of the world.
Yeah, through the Spirit, the Lord, He said, "I won't leave you comfortless." So we got the Comforter, we got the Holy Spirit, and that comforts us through the Spirit when we see these things come to pass. That's what makes it so fulfilling when we like, oh man, this thing is moving. So we're comforted in the Spirit when we see the Lord doing His thing, man. Yeah. As the brother Ashir always say, hey, it's time for thee, O Lord, to work. So hey, we just sit back and just let the Lord just do His thing and pray that we found mercy. That's the best part, bro.
Hey, because that scripture in Ephesians 5:16, because we understand what the will of the Lord is.
That's right.
The Lord said He was going to do these things. They're happening.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that gives us comfort. Yep. And that ultimately that shows us that the scriptures is faithful and true.
That's right.
I got one precept. That's it right there. This is 2 Ezra 16:37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. All right. Look what's going on in America right now, Jake. Right? These plagues are not slacking. All right. America, matter of fact, let me not jump the gun. 2 Ezra 16:38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains can pass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Right? We already in February, and America is getting hit with the heat. Right? Verse 39. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Right? So those sorrows are coming upon the world in America on every side, man. Mm-hmm. This place is getting jacked the fuck up. Yep. It's being judged, it's being plagued, man. Right? So you got to get right.
Mm-hmm. It's inescapable.
Can I bring this out?
Capable to where it's like we all are in it.
Mm-hmm.
The only way that you can even sustain yourself, you have to put your trust and faith in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. That's the only way out of this.
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Can I bring this out real quick?
You got it.
This second Ezra chapter 5, verse 1, it says, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, because the brother Tazawan, he said the tokens, right? The tokens, we know that's the signs, that's the prophecies. He said, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number. Man, we seen they still counting. They still counting over there in Turkey, man. They ain't even stopped. That's a major event. And then you got another major event that just took place here in America. That's heavy, man. God. And it says, and the way of truth shall be hidden. As we said, man, this word, this ministry is gonna be hidden to the masses of the people because they're gonna be searching to and fro, trying to seek the truth, trying to understand why are these things happening. Where these men? Where was the men that was saying these things is gonna take place? Where they at, man? That Amos 8 and 11 is gonna be very heavy, man. And it says, and the land shall be buried of faith. These people they're gonna be lacking faith, man. They're gonna be lacking faith here in the last days because they ain't gonna understand what's taking place. The only ones that's gonna have faith are the men of the Lord, man.
Hey, let's just add this in. This is the spirit, all right? Bear with us 1 second, all right? This shows you, man. Esau setting all this shit up, man. All right. All right, so this here it is. This is another, toxic chemical spill that happened today, right? This was in Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. It says crash and hazmat spill closes I-10 prompts evacuations, right? So here it is, another toxic chemical spill, man. All right, play that video.
Who is that man, Mother?
And that's some blasphemy, man.
Go ahead, let me play this out. Look at that shit. Look at that. That's chemicals, man.
No. Only in America.
Look at that shit, man.
What is this screen? Oh, fuck. Overturned something.
It means transporting goods. Blocked off the industry. That's gonna back.
No.
Wisdom, whatever communities that it was going to reach.
So yeah, hey, come on. Let me read a little bit of that article and see if it's in here. It says the crash which happened at milepost 272 involved a commercial truck that rolled over and leaked hazardous materials. The Arizona Department of Public Safety said the video. Okay, Con. That was it? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So look, man, you can't tell me that this shit is not all orchestrated, man. Right. Come on, man. Right? All these spills, all these hazardous chemicals. Come on, man. All right? This shit's about to get real.
Man. Hey, stand with thy enchantments, and thou may prevail. Esau is sending hella enchantments out there, bro. He doing a lot of shit at once. Damn.
Sorrows on every side.
Every side, man. Every side. Everywhere now, like Jake. And that's going to really put these people in a state of anxiety going through the roof as it already is. Because everywhere they turn, it's going to be bad news. And then they're going to see us. Bad news. And that's how it's just going to be. Hey, we love it, man. Because it's time for you people to suffer, man. You people you be living there on the high horse. Goddamn thinking your shit don't stink. Hey, I must bring this out. And I'm in the chapter too. This second address, chapter 8 and verse 50. It says, second address, chapter 8, verse 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in their latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. So you people deserve every bit of this. We're not going to cry for you people. We're not going to mourn for you. You deserve every bit of what's coming to this place, man. And mainly you tribes, man. Because like we always say, we don't give a damn about you heathen. You're going to die anyway. We're talking about you 12 tribes. You deserve all this shit, man. Because here it is. You walk by. You didn't take heed. You're not being circumspect as the brother's going into. and everything around you is just fucking up, Jake. Everything around you is withering away. The money system, the people, and you can't fly no damn where because you can't trust a pilot. Nigga might down the goddamn cockpit. So you can't do shit. So everything around you is just dying, bro. America is finished, bro. This place is done, man.
Read down to read verse 55 and down to 61.
This second Ezra chapter 8, verse 55. And therefore ask thou no more question concerning the multitude of them that perish. It says, for when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High. They thought scorn of his law and forsook his ways.
Right, and that's you tribes, man. You 2/3 niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here it is. The opportunity of grace and repentance is afforded to you, but you look at it like it's hazardous. You look at this truth more hazardous than you do the damn chemicals that's spilling on that E-way.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
Yep. You're right, brother. Second Ezra chapter 8, verse 57. It says, moreover, they have trodden down his righteousness and said in their heart that there is no God, and that knowing that must die.
Right. So you set yourself up for the kill, man.
Mm-hmm.
This death style that you lived, that you love so much. Hey, this is the fullness of this death style. Okay, this death style way of thinking and operating on the earth. This is it at its fullness. You're gonna die.
Yeah.
What did you expect? Keep reading.
Through second Ezra chapter 8, verse 59. For as the things were said shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not
thirst and pain are prepared for them.
Niggas gonna have them Hamite bellies.
Yeah. Arm of the angel. For just 15 cents, you could save this
nigga
like that didn't want to turn back to the Lord.
You can save Tyrone and Pookie. nigga, damn wife beater gonna be down all the way down here.
Gucci belt hanging off and shit.
Headband gonna be got down his neck. Nigga be
looking crazy.
Fucking looking like him. It says second Ezra chapter 8, verse 59. It says, for as the things have said shall receive you, the thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them.
Jake is unthankful.
Should have listened.
Yep. Disobedience.
You misused the prophets.
Yep.
The mouthpiece of the Lord. You constantly snickering and having some shit to say. Right. Now look at the end of what this got you, man.
Yeah. Your trust in this system, right? 61. And it says, therefore is my judgment now at hand.
And that's the point, man. Now is the time of the Lord's judgment at hand. Okay. So, hey, what are we again to remain circumspect? That's what we're supposed to do. 2/3 niggas, they don't get it. They don't want to get it. You know, they caught up into the world. They're given over to the prince of the power of the air, right? Pursuant to Ephesians, the 2nd chapter and the 2nd verse, right? But we have faith in Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, right? We have that eyesight, right?
Jeremiah 6 and 17, it says, I set watchmen over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken.
La 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 la. I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
That's how Jake, in the spirit, that's how Jake really is. Yeah. You know? You got Jake got the nerve to look at you sideways when you come at him with the truth. But they don't even understand what the fuck going on.
Ain't got no answers.
I don't like to think about the news. The news be so dark.
Yeah, that's what niggas say.
It don't be positive on there.
Right.
Your lifestyle is dark.
Reality, nigga.
Right.
Jake lifestyle dark as hell.
Right.
Blacky mouth smoking nigga, man.
It talks about how the word is unto them as a reproach, man.
Yep.
So as the brothers are saying, man, they avoid this at all costs, man. They'll sooner listen to Esau than they come back and listen to the men of the Lord, man.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yep. That's right.
Damn, Jake, you should have listened.
And it's sad too, because they predestinated. You know, Adam Maratazal, we be predestinated to be a part of the elect and not take part of this destruction. You know, we seeking for a different route. We seeking for a different exit route out of this kingdom because it's destined for destruction, man. Yahweh Shai said it best in Luke 13 in the third verse. He told you, matter of fact, you grab it right quick. We'll close with that. Luke 13:3.
This is Luke chapter 13.
Because we come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
The spirit of prophecy. Yeah. And we implore our people and exhort them to get their shit together as Yahweh Shai would on the scene thousands of years ago.
Yep.
Luke 13:3. I tell you, nay, but except ye repent, ye shall all likewise perish.
Yahweh Shai was straightforward with it. Yep. Like, look, either you're gonna get your shit just like us. Either you're gonna get your shit together or you're gonna die, bro. You can't sugarcoat that shit.
Yeah. Ain't no loophole, nigga.
Ain't no loophole.
They be trying to get around like
you cannot yikewab the Most High.
Jake be doing that, man.
Yeah.
Jake be trying to and Jake got the stupidest question. Well, what about? No, ain't no what about nothing. Right. If you don't repent, you will die. I'm not gonna give you nothing else but that. That's all I got for you. Yeah. So that's all you have a shine the apostles were saying. You don't repent, bro, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. That's it.
And you can't juke spin, you can't Euro step the reality, man. Can't do none of that.
Esau tried that shit. What happened? What was it? Looking Glass? Ask that nigga. Ask Esau. Ask your daddy. Ask Daddy E. He'll tell you. Ain't no way around this shit. He know he through. This why he going that's why his ass is on Operation Warp Speed. He's still on that warp speed on Harry mode because he know he ain't got but a short time. So you niggas, your time is up, man. That's that time. We about in that time, man. At that third day, Yahweh Shai about to he about to crack them clouds, man. And if you're not on his side, you're gonna get thrust through, man. And we don't want to take no parts of that. No. Yep. That's that one guy you look in the room, you like, no. No.
That's it.
Oh, sir.
Yeah, that's it right there.
Hey, that's it, man.
God. Hey, so we pray that lesson was edifying. The spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh Shai. We want to close by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Hey, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and teach well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, pushing this word with all truth, with righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom.
Hey, shalom.
Kram Yasharala.
Kram Yasharala.
Ball.
Shalom.
Shalom.